Right. Welcome back to another episode of my movie review series, episode 265. Now, last week was a pre-recorded show, so I had no idea what I was going to do back in April. I had no idea what I was going to do today back in April, since it was a pre-recorded show. So yeah, pre-recorded episode. So yeah. Here we are, man. Yeah, united we stand, divided we fall. Captain America, Civil War. Oh man, oh man. Yeah, man. I went back into the superhero field, i.e., delved back into Marvel, and yeah, I'm talking about the third installment of the Captain America series, trilogy, whatever how you want to call it. Yeah, Captain America Civil War. I tell you, this movie, whether it's Civil War or Winter Soldier, it's hard to. It really is. I mean, it really is till this day. I mean, this movie came back. This movie came out in 2016. Yeah, Captain America: Civil War in 2016. Yeah, it's hard to this day to categorize which movie was better, Civil War or Winter Soldier. I mean, put them in. You can't put them in a specific bracket. I mean, it's going to change because both movies are so goddamn amazing, so goddamn, oh man, so story driven. This movie is 100% story driven. I mean, yeah, he hit you with the action, he hit you with that superhero action, but it is 100% straight out from the box, story driven. And yeah, boy, seeing how everything went down, seeing the end result of it, and knowing that the events that happened in the previous Marvel film, not just Captain America films, but Marvel films, it triggered to this. It all came down to this. I mean, you now have to choose a side because the government has issued. The government has issued. They're pretty much trying to put the Avengers under control. Assign them to whatever country that's having trouble. Yeah, you call the Avengers, they'll go over and help out the in the trouble. But what if something else is happening in another spot and the Avengers are not assigned to go to that spot? I mean, they don't have the freedom to go to that spot because they are assigned to go to someplace else. I mean, Tony Stark, Iron Man, he thinks that, after everything that's happened, he thinks that it's time that they get to be put in check. But Captain America got other views on the subject. So yeah, he ain't gonna be signing no he ain't signing shit. He ain't signing shit. He ain't gonna sign no type of registration act just so he can be under control by the government. He ain't doing that shit. So yeah, he pretty much rebelled while it is Iron Man and the ones that has sided with him. They're the ones that are going to see how this whole thing plays out. With Captain America, he's seen shit like this before. He knows how it plays out. Man, I tell you, Yeah, almost like a what would you do scenario. I mean, what would you do if you was in that position? You either you either cooperate or you just retire. I mean, hell, Clint Clint Barton, Hawkeye. He retired. He was no part of this. Hell, the dude got a family, so he retired. But then he retired for like 10 minutes, and then next thing you know, everybody's fighting each other. So hey, he's going to jump in and subdue this whole thing because things like this just does not end well. You know, it always comes down to a fight. You know, it just doesn't end well at all. So yeah, man. Yeah, Captain America, he get a crew going, Falcon, Scarlet Witch, of course, his old buddy Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier. Not the Winter Soldier, but still, he's going through some mess, some brainwashing mess. And then yeah, you got Barton backing them up. But then Iron Man, he got a side. Yeah, Black Widow, of course, his best buddy War Machine. Vision, and the newly required king of the newly crowned king of Wakanda, T'Challa, you know, backing him up. But then yeah, he got another in a enforcer, if you call him. Yeah, Spider Man has joined his team. Spider Man, he comes out of nowhere. Snatch up Captain America's shield and webs his hands together like handcuffs. Where did that kid come from? What's Spider Man doing here? It's cool to see him here. I tell you that. And another thing, yeah, Captain America he also have another a member of his team. Yeah, Ant Man is here. Scott Lang. Ant Man turned into Giant Man in this fight. I tell you, the airport fight. Let's talk about the airport fight. The airport fight is just 100% the absolute highlight of this movie. The movie is 100% story driven, but then you got that action. You got that real cool superhero action. And it was at the airport, man. The airport fight. Mm, I mean, we did not want to see our heroes go at it, but and they did. Man, they took care of business. But then, it's all fun and games until somebody gets hurt, and that's what happened to War Machine. Yeah, Vision. Yeah, War Machine. Yeah, he was flying. Uh, Falcon was chasing him. Vision was firing from the mine gem. He was firing a beam at Falcon. He got out the way. It hit War Machine in the hit War Machine's armor, and the entire damn thing has shut down. And he's going into a flat spin. He is falling. Iron Man tried to fly towards him. He tried to catch him, but he was too late. My man crash landed right down on the ground. Yeah. all fun and games until somebody gets hurt. Now, um, James Rhodes, aka War Machine. Now he can't walk. So yeah, at the end he got these exoskeletal legs that can help him get around. But unfortunately, yeah, he cannot move on his own power anymore because of that crash. So, yeah, it's a hell of a movie though. Great stuff to come out this day. All of this because of revenge from all this because of revenge from Baron Zemo. He wasn't even known as Baron Zemo in this movie, but yeah, we all know him as Baron Zemo, even though he did not have the mask yet. You see that in Falcon and Winter Soldier. Even though he don't got the mask yet, he's not exactly fully Baron Zemo, but yeah, we all know him as Baron Zemo. So, us comic book fans. But yeah, Zemo, yeah, he did this whole plan out of vengeance because of what happened in Sokovia. Because of the events that happened in Avengers: Age of Ultron. Yeah, what happened there 100% triggered everything that's going on right here. Zemo's parents were killed in that whole ordeal that went down with Ultron and him raising Sokovia from the ground. Yeah, a damn city, a damn entire city has been raised from the ground, and yeah, you got to deal with that. Yeah, the Avengers at that time, they had to deal with that shit. So yeah, but yeah, yeah, when a war happens, there's always a crossfire, a casualty in a crossfire, and Zemo's parents were the casualties in that crossfire. So yeah, Zemo blaming the Avengers, so he made up this plan to divide the Avengers, have them go against each other, and not only that, he used James Barnes, aka the Winter Soldier. He used him to frame up so that he wouldn't be the culprit. He used him as the red herring. But hey, they found out. Well, hey, they all found out, and especially with Black Panther, he finds out, and he was going after Zemo, but when Zemo pretty much gave his apologies and everything like that, Panther, he forgiven him and he took him in. Besides hunting him down, and he's going to kill him. He was going to kill him. Okay, he had his claws out. He was going to kill him. But when he heard Zemo's story, and when he sees everything is happening, everybody turning against each other, you know, he would not fall into that category. So he put the claws back in, and he took Zemo into custody. And at the same time, he took Winter Soldier. He took Bucky Barnes, James Barnes. He took him and brought him back to Wakanda because Barnes, he can't trust himself. He can't trust his own mind since he's been brainwashed. He's been brainwashed by Hydra, so he couldn't trust his own mind. So he pretty much volunteered himself to go into cryogenic stasis until the cure for his brainwashing can be found, which was found in the later films. But yeah, yeah, and um, not Civil War. This is Civil War. Infinity War. Everything was everything. But I already covered that. So So yeah, but all in all, everything that went down, this changes everything. I mean, the friendship between Tony Stark and Steve Rogers has been severed. The friendship has been severed because when Tony found out that it was Bucky as the Winter Soldier that killed his parents, man, I tell you, he went into a blind rage, and he just went after the Winter Soldier. Captain America tried to stop him, so he fought Captain America as well. It was an all out battle, an all out brawl, all out war, as and it was like a handicap match, a 2-on-1 handicap match, because Iron Man versus Captain America and Bucky Barnes. These three guys just going at it, and yeah, even though Iron Man he was on his own, he held his own. Okay, and of course we had anybody that knows about the Civil War comic book storyline. Anybody that knows about that, then you know about the iconic image between the iconic clash between Captain America and Iron Man. Captain America, his shield, he got his shield up, and Iron Man got the repulsive blast, and it's crashing into the shield and everything like that. These two guys, they were really good friends. But then, it's time to choose a side. Yeah, Captain, he chose the side of his old best friend Bucky, and Tony, he felt he'd been laid to the waist, he'd been laid to the wayside. Yeah, Captain America, Steve Rogers, he told him, yeah, that's his friend Tony, and Tony, he just simply stated, so was I. And so was I. Not so am I, but so was I. And yeah, these guys, hard to see a friendship just go to waste like that over a huge misunderstanding. I mean, he didn't know. Barnes didn't know that he was under a stasis. He didn't know about this until he saw the footage for himself. Yeah, it was him that killed Iron Man's parents, Tony Stark's parents, and yeah, what do you do? Went into a blind rage, and yeah, Tony did. Went into a blind rage, and yeah, he had to. Barnes had to defend himself, and Captain was defending his friend. He was fighting his friend because he had to defend his other friend. Ugh, the predicament. Damn. Like I said, this movie is 100% story driven, and yeah, you cannot just sit back and you know not feel anything any way about it. You cannot just simply have that happen to you. So yeah, when it was all said and done, when everything when the smoke cleared, all said and done, when the smoke cleared, it was Captain America and Bucky that was walking out. But Iron Man let him know, yeah, he did not deserve that shield. His father created that shield. And so what did Captain do? He dropped the colors. No longer Captain America. He dropped the colors by dropping that shield. You know, he don't deserve the shield. Okay, You can have it. You can have it back. Symbolism. The huge and that one huge fight, all based off of symbolism. And yeah, it just hurt. It just hurts just watching. It just hurts just watching. Yeah, you cannot watch this and not feel any way about it. So yeah, this movie, yeah, it's a huge four. It's a four. Yeah, right. It's a huge 5 out of 5. And yeah, that's my review, Jack. And I'm sticking to it. now, now next week. Next week, I'm going into I'm going back into the shadows. I'm going back into the darkness. Going to cover a nice little horror movie. Nice little updated slasher film. This supposed to be the next. This supposed to be the next generation of slasher films. You know, you got this new killer, this new mass killer that is 100% unstoppable. And he got a nice little camera mounted on his shoulder. He got some really well crafted but very sharp, razor sharp knives that he kills his victims with. I tell you, man, when I say he got a mask on, it's a cool ass mask made out of chrome. You gotta, I can't wait to talk to you about it. So yeah, that'll be next week though. Check out my other shit right here. Subscribe to me right here. But in the meantime, in between time, Jack, this show is all.